Before getting into the video, we have some tweets or posts on platform X to show.
On October 10th, it's gonna be Kanguva versus Vettaiyan, Suriya versus Rajnikanth. But the big question is, how will an industry grow if there is a lack of understanding among the producers or the makers of the film?
That made us think about the clash culture and the current scenario. Will this clash work? And that is why we decided to make this video. Clash, clash, clash. Pongal clash, Christmas clash, Dasara clash, Independence Day clash.
For cinema lovers, when there is a clash between two big heroes, somewhat it is like a euphoria, because when you go to the theaters you can actually feel that aura of, the real passion for their favorite actor that comes out when there is a clash, because there is this competition mindset among not only the makers but also the fans of cinema. So the experience among fans there is on a whole different level, but there is more to it as well.
If a star hero movie is releasing, that itself is a big euphoria. Imagine if two big films are clashing on the same date. Kollywood Rajini's Vettaiyan and Suriya's magnum opus Kanguva. तुझे क्या लगा तलेवर बोला है इसको बस सूर्या का मूवी बोल रहा हूँ करके? नहीं भाई, पिक्चर को प्यार करते हैं। जो पता था तो ऐसा सोचेगा. Looks like Vettaiyan is a Rajni mark cop drama movie which is directed by Yanvel. Now this director is the important point here. Rajnikanth, definitely don't hate me. I'm a Rajni fan. But the point is, he directed Jai Bhim, which is critically and commercially successful film, and technically or the story wise, it's a beautiful film. So that director after Jai Bhim, now he's coming back with Vettaiyan.
Usually if it's a Rajnikanth Panam, you just, it's Rajni, you go there to watch Rajni, but here you can also expect good content.
Correct.
And the huge ensemble cast, which is Rana Daggubati, Fahad Fazil, Amitabh Bachchan, Kamal Hasan.
No, not Kamal Hasan. This is not Kalki.
Okay.
Yeah, now that we're talking about Kalki, Arshad Varsi, Bollywood actor Arshad Varsi recently made a comment saying that Prabhas looks like a Joker and Kalki movie is bad. We made a video about that. That link also will be in the channel. Check the description for that video.
Nice plug-in, macha. On the other side, we have Kanguva, which got immense love and response from across the country with its trailer. The visuals looked amazing. The kind of apocalyptic world they are building there looked amazing. It's something that is never seen before in Indian cinema, literally. It's not just a tagline that will come. It is, from the looks of the trailer, it is literally something we've never seen before. Kanguva announced the date first. Vettaiyan second.
So when the movies overall from every industry are actually struggling to make their numbers, and people are not showing so much interest to go to theaters and they're preferring OTT for any kind of this thing, and when three big experience based movies which has more potential to drive people to theater, why are they clashing all of that on the same date is the question that is raised on Instagram and other social media platforms.
Yeah.
Now let's get into the details of what are the benefits, negatives of clash and about this movie. When it comes to movie clashes, right? Trust me, it's fun. I am not gonna deny that.
When it's big stars.
Exactly. The kind of fans, even though when I go through my X feed and the clash fights that happen, it feels like, hey, Gopal, it's scary when you are a neutral cinema lover where you enjoy all kind of movies. It's a little scary where they get abusive and all. But at theaters, I still remember when we went to cover Thunivu Varisu release early morning 2 a.m. shows. It was madness. I'll show you some visuals. Yes, that is how you feel when there's the star movie releasing, clash happening and all of that.
And literally both films were one road across each other.
Yeah,
the theaters they were in were neighbors.
Exactly. Two theaters side by side, and I'm not even kidding. I'm standing in the center trying to cover this side. This side people are shouting, Tala, Tala, Tala. And I'm like, oh nice. And then I turn this side, they're like, Talabadi, Talabadi. I'm like, this is like once in a lifetime feeling where two groups, two theaters, two releases and people. And suddenly people started throwing fireworks. Like legit shots at this side and this side. That was a little scary because I was standing in the center and I got scared for life. I'm not even exaggerating. But the experience was fun. I understand that fun part of it. That's one benefit, how fans get excited when it's a clash.
Yeah, and also another benefit of a clash is that it is an unpaid promotion for both the films. The whole hype about two big heroes clashing at the box office,
Correct.
at the theatres itself generates so much buzz that people are more interested in the competition rather than the film.
Correct.
People want to see which film is going to perform better, which film is better than the other, what is going to happen, what the fans are doing of one. I mean, even X will have so much buzz going on
Correct.
that day just because of the clash that is happening.
The next thing is how theatre benefit out of this, especially during these festival releases. Fans decorate the theatres like a new theatre. That's one way, especially for single screens. That is the thing. And irrespective of the experience that movie has, right? This whole fan euphoria. A lot of people get into theatres because it's festival release. People are free, and they tend to come more to theatres. So that's how the footfalls of in those days actually is high in comparison to normal days.
Because of this particular reason, no producers or makers or actors want to let go of a festival release.
Correct.
For example, Sankranti 2024, there was this clash between, in the Telugu industry itself, there was a clash between Hanuman versus Guntur Karam with Mahesh Babu in the lead. Even though Guntur Karam didn't get the reviews they were expecting, the film managed to make the money because people are in that festive mode and they just want to forget everything else and go to the theatres and watch a film. It is a family event on festive season, which is why that is one of the major reasons why we see so many clashes. Even if it is two big heroes,
Correct.
they still want the same date because of this particular reason.
Another important thing is when movies like this clash. Let's take Tunivu Varisu or Hanuman and Guntur Karam for example. A family decides to watch an action-packed, that kind of movie, all the young audience fans, they can go watch this movie. If someone wants to watch a family drama movie, it's not that they don't have any option but to watch that movie. They will have to, they have options, so they can go watch another movie. So the options will be more for audience when the clash happens and with different kinds of movies comes at one time.
Well, it might sound all happy-go-lucky, oh, so many positives. There are enough negatives, probably more negatives.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a cine lover or you understand the movie business or the
Correct.
distribution business of it. As it is, India has a limited number of screens. When we look at the pan-Indian level as well, there is a certain limit to the number of screens, which is around 10,000 screens on Indian level. So when you just think, if talking about this particular clash, which is within the same industry, both big Tamil films, which are on a pan-Indian scale, you can just imagine how limited the number of screens, how much of a tussle for screens it is going to be when they come close to release.
Correct.
When two big stars like this clash on the same day, it not only affects the business of these two films, but also all the other films that are releasing along with it.
And not just the business side of it and the commerciality of cinema, this actually also affects the pockets of the audience who are going to watch the movie. Because if you understand the concept of how this works, there are two movies releasing and the theatres are divided. Because there are less theatres and the demand is equally high when people want to watch both the movies, the ticket prices will go higher. Sometimes it goes 2,000, 3,000 and it's beyond the point of affordability of a normal common audience who want to go watch and enjoy movie. So one is the price that gets too high and out of the reach, because of which audience will decide or think about whether I should. Most of the audience, especially if you look at the current trend, people are in general not showing to theaters. So for big movies also, it becomes that they will make a choice. Should we watch this one and that one? So in some or the other way, one movie gets affected because of this.
Along with it, it is also something, it is like a lost opportunity for the distributors and the theater owners to, make the maximum. When we think about it, on that particular day or for that particular weekend or the week, which is the holiday week, the theatres might run full. All theatres might run full because there are big films in each theatres. All the theatres have a certain option and people want to flood. But on the longer run, wouldn't it be better for the theatres if these films release separately on different dates and they could actually show both the films in their theatres? Because for sure these actors and the kind of films they are doing will attract an audience irrespective of the dates. Why is there this need for a clash?
Another negative point which has recently popped up with the clashes, which is personally according to me one of the biggest disadvantage of clashes like this, because For example, let's take Kanguva and Vettaiyan. Okay, Vettaiyan is a Rajnikanth movie, and we know what kind of a fan base Rajinikanth has. And Suriya fan base is also equally strong. Now, what happens is that when both the movies are clashing, again, taking this, like, because we are taking this for example, in general, everywhere the toxic culture of some people on online platforms, it has reached to the level where it's not just about them defending their movie, it's about attacking other movie, throwing negativity on the other movie from every side possible. It's not just, I'm not framing one set of fans.
One great example is Donkey versus Salar.
Donkey versus Salar. It reached to the level where so much of negativity on Shah Rukh Khan, so much negativity on Salar. People started deliberately putting negative reviews about Donkey, deliberate negative reviews about Salar. We agree that Donkey has negative points, Salar has negative points. But it is clearly evident that these are all staged or, you know, deliberate attempts to defame the movie or defame the star or bring down the star power by the fans of those certain groups.
The negative effect of the competition that happens.
Yeah, and now if you look at the current scenario, there like at least 50 to 60% of audience are neutral audience, where they see the talk, they think about it, they see the promotional material, and looking at the ticket prices. If there's so much of negativity around the movie, right, even though if it's your favorite movie or your favorite actor's movie or somebody else's movie, people are not going to theaters because of these kind of clashes. I am a hardcore Rajni fan from the childhood, like from Annamalai till now. I really like Suriya, every movie, every attempt, mad respect for the kind of dedication actor he is. Kanguva and Vettaiyan, both the movies are the movies I'm really excited for. I want to know positives about it and I want to go watch it. But like I previously mentioned, how I feel like Vadivelu Gopalu, please, Nankutita Poda. That's how social media has become, where it's so much of hate being thrown at each other, where there's so much of negativity around the movie. It doesn't give a good vibe for a common audience. Don't you think?
You must think that when it is a Dasara release, it is a family event, like I mentioned before. So think about the cost when a whole family is going. Add the popcorn, not only the tickets, add the popcorn, add the Pepsi, add all of it. It is a big amount that a family would be investing. So the big question here is, will they invest in both films? Why would anybody invest in both films? Is both investment on both films important? Would they also want to watch something from another region, some other pan-Indian film which is also releasing on the same date? There are so many questions that arises. It will end up being tiring. What if the family just thinks, hey, leave it, macha, let's go to the Kaban Park and have a picnic instead of this?
Don't you think this kind of clash is actually, you know, bringing down the potential of both movies? What is your opinion? Mention that in the comments below. In the end, these are the kind of questions that we had in our mind when we got to know that both the movies are clashing. So that's why we spoke all the information that we have about this clash. I hope this video was helpful. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe. This is Satya and this is Sanjay. We bring to you a lot of videos like this, reviews, reactions, analysis, explanation kind of videos and all of that. And all that we're expecting is, whatever is your opinion, please mention that in the comments below. We read all the comments. We want to have more opinions, interactions, talk more about cinema. That's the whole idea. So please contribute your, you know, this thing with your comments and talk more about cinema.
Yeah, this thing as in the thoughts.
Thoughts.
The healthy criticism also we take. Whatever you say, this is not good, this is something you need to work on. We take it seriously and we try to work on it as well. So please do comment all your opinions about the films that we talk about and also about the video that we make.
Yes.
We need the personal feedback too.
Yes, definitely yes. And some previous videos and other videos that we have done. And also some videos that we have done, the links will be in the description. Just check the description and watch if you find any video interesting. With that, this is Maruti Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponappa.
And you're watching India Today's SoSouth.